Welcome back, everybody, to the October Country Comics Podcast. Live from October Country Comics.
It's Thursday night.
It's Thursday night. This is Devon.
Will.
Ace of Pentacles.
And also joining us tonight are two guest stars. We got our good friends,
Jeremy.
And Gabriel giggles.
Ooh.
Gabriel Giggle.
And
Get
he's
spicy.
sitting next to me.
That's
Steve's
it.
all excited. Gabriel Giggles over here. He's got his nice man bun and beard.
Mhm.
That's what we're doing.
Jeremy over here has
I
got...
guess I'll join then.
You're
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Take that hair up to the second floor.
I don't. Mine's not long enough to do a
Big-
bun, but
listen.
I'm here in spirit.
Listen,
in between.
Pebbles, it's fine.
Yeah, my family calls me Pebbles now, so that's great.
Bigger the hair, the
I'm
closer
in
to
my
God.
my contact name in my girlfriend's phone is Pebbles now, so that's wonderful.
I like it.
That's
Ridiculous
impressive.
Side shit, like I'm getting those wings going on.
Oh, it's fun.
Just braid it.
Just braid it. I support that.
I'm telling you, man, you just gotta start like walking around with the eye mask, and you gotta get that red bandana so you can just go full grifter on everybody.
Yay!
Just be done with it. Just be like, yo.
Listen, I have the scarf in my car. It can pose as a grifter mask. Just throw that out there.
I don't know. Steve's been breathing on that mask for a good solid 3 months, and I don't think he's washed it. I wouldn't trust that.
Dude, trust and believe. Every time I do a load of wash, that bitch goes in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have. I want video evidence.
That's a weird thing to want a video of.
Where is your proof?
I mean, what? It's not really weird to want video evidence of you doing your laundry. It's not like I'm expecting you to do it nude or something. That would be weird.
Well, how else do you do your laundry?
I mean, with clothes on.
Not if you're washing every item you own.
I mean, I guess he has a washer and dryer in his own house. I mean, I guess that would be, that would make sense.
You fool.
I thought you went to P&G's. Why do you have a Burger King cup?
I wanted Dr. Pepper, and they didn't have Dr. Pepper, so I drove through Burger King.
Yo, this is a real behind the curtain.
That's
look at
like-
this
That's
shop.
that's hardcore Dr. Pepper love right there.
That's some problem solving.
He makes
kid.
the world taste better.
I'm like, I thought you went to P&G's.
I did.
One of the better restaurants in New Paltz, which is open again. I highly endorse that place.
P&G's?
P&G's.
Ah, okay.
Not Burger King. Burger King's Burger King.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
they've,
there's
they don't-
they've closed like twice in my lifetime.
They don't need our
Yeah,
endorsement,
that Burger
though.
King has closed a couple of times, the one
Yeah.
in New Paltz. I don't know why.
And just keeps reopening.
Yeah,
As Burger
yeah,
King.
straight up.
Is it somebody that's like, you know what, I'm going to get this time?
I think it's just like franchise owners. I think what happens is like
Okay.
the franchise owner just doesn't feel like paying the fee anymore.
Probably.
And because it's already established as a Burger King, someone else is like, I'm going to open a Burger King. And Burger King's like, yeah, we have an empty one already set.
I had the best cashier getting my soda from Burger King. I'm like, hi, honey, how are you? Oh, another miserable day. I hate my job. I hate the people I work with. No, I'm just fucking with you. I just wanted to see what you'd say. I'm doing good. How are you? I love her. I don't know her name. I don't even know if she listens to us, but I want her to know I love her.
Nice.
Did you tell her about it?
I didn't tell her I was doing a podcast, but I was telling her, yes, I love her.
Well, now she can know.
So that was my experience. Now that everyone's caught up.
Yeah, no, we're everyone's here. We're all comic book fans, so it's gonna be fun.
It'd be weird if we weren't.
Wait, this is a comic book podcast?
Yes, it's not a
shit.
General Hospital podcast as much as you keep thinking it is.
Give it
it's not.
time.
No, never, not in a million years.
Uh-huh.
Not as long as I still draw breath, Stephen.
I accept that challenge.
Devin, I bought you lunch. Would you like this? No, I would not.
It only has crushed up glass in it. You'll be fine.
There's some arsenic in there.
No.
Did you ever read the story of Did you ever read the story of Socrates' trial?
Man, you guys are good at this. Like, I keep
know.
thinking to myself, like, I couldn't even introduce myself properly.
you were
I'm
all
so
like,
stuck on that.
That's it.
I didn't have anything good. Like,
you were
I
just
didn't
like,
get like a Mike Honcho. Like,
I'm just wondering how long y'all been married.
Me and Devin, a lot longer than I want to admit.
You're just like, bull crapping like back and forth, and he's just all around me.
No, we're like, we're talking about, doing the podcast earlier, and Jeremy's like, yeah, like, you do a podcast? I was like, yeah, you want to be on? He's like, sure. He's all excited, and then like he's on the podcast. He's like, I'm Jeremy. Like,
I like comic books.
It's all exciting until it's real and right in front of you, and you're like, oh.
I get it.
committed.
It's difficult.
did you
Over
like
here.
steal that from like a porno or something? That sounds like you tell someone who's doing porn.
That's what he did when he directed porn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everyone gets frightened the first time they see it.
Just
Big Beefy Boy Productions.
Big Beef and
No,
Boy Productions.
no, he's a big beefy man.
Oh, that's
Big
right. He
Beef and Man
graduated
now
college.
since I
He's a
graduated
big beefy
college.
man now.
So what do we have going on?
We have things going on.
We
There's a
should
lot of
probably
stuff-
talk about comic books
should.
on this
We
comic
should.
book podcast. It's probably
I
a
don't
good
know.
idea.
We talked about. I re-listened to the last podcast. We talked about. We talked about 90s teen high school comedies for about an hour.
My friends that listened were like, "The hell is wrong with you that you've never watched Saved by the Bell?"
Yeah, what
You
is
ever
wrong
watched
with you?
Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me not get into it. Let me just listen to the episode.
He
I kinda
he
wanna
found
watch
it
that now.
boring. He found it boring. That's what he said.
What
He-
was boring, Kelly? Zach?
Yeah. The hot woman I find boring.
Was it Screech?
Ew.
You know he's imprisoned?
Are you
We
serious?
talked about that.
What
Yeah,
did
he
do?
stabbed the guy.
Yeah, he stabbed the guy at a bar.
What, that big ass dick? Nah, I just heard it. There was a rumor. I don't know.
No, he did porn.
Well, he did have a sex tape, yeah.
he did. He
We
got-
did a lot of Google
Yeah.
research on everything, and we found out he
So
had a
it's
sex
true.
tape, and he got arrested for stabbing somebody at the bar.
That's amazing. I guess I
Yeah.
should have checked. Can you talk about genitals on this podcast? 'Cause I
We've
just
already
threw it out
started.
I marked every episode as clean except for the last one that we did.
You did
And
really.
that
I
was-
saw
Oh wait,
that.
no! Did you re-edit? Did you put a disclaimer on the live one we did with Matt Klein?
I did say they were live, like
No.
whenever I uploaded
Don't you
them.
remember when Kyle ran into
Oh
the
my
room?
god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might want to put some.
Yeah, I'll redo that.
So we did for our two guests. We did a podcast with Matt Klein from Valiant, and all of us were doing really well about not
Yeah,
swearing.
I
Even
actually
Matt.
I sat there because we were doing it live, and I was like, yeah, no, like, hey guys, we did really good. Like, even like Will, we don't even have to edit you this
Yeah.
time, and because we were live, so we were like really careful. And Kyle comes running in the room because he thought we were done, and he's like, F you, and we're like, dude, we're still alive.
Well, then I should apologize. Forgive
Don't.
me.
No,
Don't
it's
you
okay,
dare
man.
apologize.
We took the training wheels off. We're like, we're adults. As long as we curse within reason, it's okay.
Will
yeah, we can
graduated
still
college.
technically mark it clean. I think
I
we
don't
can
know.
only
I
get
think what I
recorded
dropped
if it
was
like.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's now NC-17.
It's okay. Anything with you is NC-17.
Honestly, Caleb, if they saw you sitting here with your shirt off, it'd be NC-17. It'd be like, oh,
And just like
yes.
that, Becky does not allow him back to do this podcast
never again.
ever again.
I love that movie theater poster, like what you should do with your kids depending on which rating, and NC-17 is hire a babysitter.
Oh.
Like the rest of it's
To,
like
like,
take
think
them
about,
to it.
it's like take them to it is like G, and then it just keeps going
no,
down,
no, like
and then
I mean,
finally
like
you get to
hire a babysitter to do what? Like watch your kid while you go see the movie, or take your kid to see the movie. I mean, depending on who it
Ours,
is, most
like-
people sleep with their babysitters. So.
R was like really.
I mean,
think
I know
about
I
it.
did.
Damn. Stories, please.
It was a joke.
I was interested.
I'm sorry, I lied
Had
to
a
you.
babysitter, is that what? Like,
I know.
out
I
of
got,
everything.
did you get left alone a lot too?
His
Yeah.
Yeah, me
That's-
too.
his
like,
name
right
was
away, it's like-
Alejandro.
At 4 years old, you can walk down the bus stop by yourself. Like, you're good.
Damn, nice.
Oh, I was in that boat. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
A babysitter was here's a BB gun.
rural
like,
people
have fun.
problems. It's just rural people problems versus urban people problems. Like urban people are like, no, we live in the city. You're gonna die. You have to have a babysitter every second of your life.
That is not true. Like, my cousin, straight up, her kids know how to navigate that city better than I do.
Well, yeah, they.
Well, when
grew
you
up
I
live
know,
there,
but it was
yeah.
just like one of those. I'm like, can you really send them all the way to Queens by themselves? And she goes, yeah, I do it all the time. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I mean it's
Better than I am.
But again,
Well, they're also like not alone. You said kids plural, right?
She got 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but they're also not like. I mean, they're also like 12 and 13.
They're 12, both of them. They're twins.
Yeah.
So still, like,
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, I mean, now actually, I think it was like worse back in the day. Like, my dad used to tell me stories like him and my uncle would just like hop on like the train in Westchester and just take it down to the city and hang out in the city all day. Like that was like around this like time of Summer of Sam and crap like that. Like I think if kids survived then, I think they're okay now.
True. Did
The
they go
one-
buy
the-
comic books in the city?
Comic
Aw.
books.
Speaking of
comic
There are no
books.
comic books in the city. They all closed.
Damn.
We're the only comic book store open right now.
I'm gonna
amazing.
punch you in the
What
throat.
We're not.
what-
That's
what
a lie.
store are we?
We're
Yeah,
really.
No, that's segueing into.
Oh, we're October Country Comics.
There you go. New Paltz, New York.
New Paltz, New York.
Yeah,
What's the zip code?
12561.
You had
There we
to
go.
think about that, which is sad.
I was about to say my home address zip code.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah, we're. Oh no, wait, hold on. I got a New Paltz zip code. That's right. Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Shameless plug.
So what do we have?
What's
now?
on the agenda today,
On the
Devin?
agenda
Say your words.
today. Say the words.
Say
You
the
can say
words.
words too. You know what we're
Steven.
talking about.
I don't.
May I have some more of the
Oh, the bear.
items?
I don't
Thank
want to
you.
pass it to you to pass to him.
I
This
saw
is a
that.
disclaimer. Everyone on the podcast is of legal drinking age.
Except Will.
No, I am. My 21st birthday was last year.
You can't prove that.
Should I pour it out, or can I just drink
You
it?
can
It's
just drink
yours.
out.
I'm not
Okay.
drinking.
Oh, I thought I saw you drink it, so I
no,
didn't.
I'm pregnant.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't drink.
I forgot.
Everybody's been coronavirus.
Corona pneumonia.
Oh god.
We went this far without
Stay
it.
safe out there, people.
Yeah, stay
Don't
like Batman.
knock that over.
They don't-
Please, God, don't do that.
Stay
I'm
like
careful.
Batman. You know, safe in your Batcave. I'm trying to think of that DC ad that was in all of them today. And I
Oh, it
totally
was
fucked
like-
it up.
What was it? It
The
was,
Fortress of Solitude one was like or be like Superman. Stay in your Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
it
That's
was-
cute.
Oh,
I thought it would be like Batman with a mask, and it'd be like Batman respects social distancing.
No, it was like no, it was they did a Batman one too. It's like be like Batman.
Stay alone in a
Stay in
cave.
the Batcave, and brooding without anyone in your life,
Nice. I mean, hey.
and just mourn over the fact that your parents were dead in an alley.
Wow, man, that was dark.
Jesus.
That was like
Dark Knight.
that went
But
a little.
bump.
That went a little harsh.
Good. I don't know.
You really don't like Bruce's parents.
I love Bruce.
But not his
But
parents.
you don't like his parents, is what I'm saying.
I like Thomas. I like Martha as the Joker.
That was a Flashpoint World storyline.
And I was very happy with that storyline.
Okay.
Although Selena being Oracle was a little weird.
well, there's a lot of things that are weird.
Which was funny that Tom King just kind of forgot about that and wrote over it.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, on the agenda today, the first thing up is we have to pay our respects here to the late great Denny O'Neil, one of the comic book industry greats, a giant among men.
A toast, if
Oh,
you
we're
will.
toasting?
A
Yeah.
table-
Denny O'Neil.
A table.
Kaplunk.
Everybody. We're doing it all
I'm
for...
trying to. There we
all
go.
for
All
O'Neil.
right.
Corona.
So, yeah, no,
He
yeah,
did
Denny
some
O'Neil.
major stuff.
Yeah, no, Denny O'Neil. He passed away last week at the age of 81.
Oh.
Yeah, Denny O'Neil was. I mean, he was the co-creator of Ra's al Ghul, one of the now mainstay villains in the Batman, mythos, Rogues Gallery. Denny O'Neil was also one of the main writers on the Green Lantern, Green Arrow series, which was them just like kind of traveling across
Oh,
the
that was
country.
cute.
Really influential book. Really big book when you look at the history of
Well,
comics.
you've read all of that, right?
Most of it.
Yeah,
I've
I mean
re-
that
They
that
did
was,
the extremely famous episode where Speedy's on
heroin.
the-
Yeah, when he's the
on
heroin
the Devil's Tar, or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Well, it's not the devil's lettuce.
well, of course
Because
it's
he's
not
shooting
that.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
Of course.
Doesn't he go like I can't believe it, my sidekick's a junkie.
Yes.
And
you
he's
had-
like,
Why'd you point to me?
I'm doing that's what Green Arrow does in the book, and then
yes.
Green Lantern's like, he's like that.
Weirdly,
remember the cover
weirdly
correctly.
enough, there was a DC comic book coloring book that actually had that as like when adult coloring became a thing again for some reason.
was that one of the pages?
That was one of the pages.
No.
Yes, it was. I shit you not. Was Speedy addicted to heroin?
Oh my god.
That was straight up a page in this adult DC coloring book. Yep.
Was
So everyone go out and get your DC
What are your
coloring
feels
book.
on that, Jeremy?
I don't know. Adult coloring books. One of my buddies bought me a penis coloring book. It was fantastic.
Did you enjoy coloring it?
No, I didn't want to color in it. Like, it was a work of art to begin with.
Was it binded in foreskin?
Oh God.
Look, see there, I'm
I
doing it
liked
again.
it. I liked it.
I'm gonna go home.
No. I won't let you.
Oh God, no. But yeah, no. God, we're trying to commemorate Denny O'Neil here, and those are the words that come out.
I
It's
feel
fine.
terrible.
I don't.
Those
No,
are all roses upon his grave. That's terrible.
What if he's getting cremated? What are you gonna do?
Well, then you throw the rose in there too. He'll burn.
So no, I think, but no, yeah, Denny O'Neil was definitely a huge influence. One of the other big things he did was he was a big one of the big writers on The Question.
oh,
So he
Which question?
it was Vic Sage.
Vic?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Big Sage was not. Just to go back for a second, was correct me if I'm wrong. Was Jon Stewart's first appearance in Green Lantern, Green Arrow, or no? I know that was one of the main books he showed up in.
No, I think it's his first appearance.
It is okay.
I think it is towards the end because
I have that issue.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow happened like right before
It was in Kevin's collection.
Crisis. And that was
Yeah.
like a big thing was because Jon Stewart was like one of the main lanterns in Crisis.
Yeah, I know he was before that, but I had to think about it because when Kevin's collection was passed on to me, we looked through all of the stuff and we found
Yeah.
that one, and I was like, oh, that's the first appearance. I'm pretty sure.
So
But
yeah,
yeah.
no, that's I mean that's still
And Question is one of the most entertaining characters I think in
Yes.
the DC universe. He's just so fun, especially in Justice League Unlimited.
Oh
love
God.
oh
that
the, yeah,
show.
that show's amazing.
They picked a great voice actor for him
Who
too.
voiced him again?
I'm going to relook that up. He was also on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. They got a
Maybe
lot of
that's
Star
why-
Trek actors
yeah.
to do that show.
This is why you need to watch.
Amazo was the doctor from Voyager.
This is why
Worf
you
was-
need to watch Gargoyles.
Yeah, I know a lot of them were in that as well. Oh,
He
nope.
says that nonchalantly.
Not realizing that David
Everyone.
Xanatos was voiced by Riker,
God, that
Yeah.
man.
who's arguably one of Will's favorite characters.
Troy was in that show too.
Yes,
was she
she's
not?
Demona.
which is even funnier.
Oh God, she's such a great bitch. I love Demona.
You wanted to use the other word.
I did.
That word to me, I think, is a little bit worse than the F bomb.
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey
Ow.
Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
Is it Combs or Coombs?
It's Combs. It's spelled Combs.
Oh, okay.
I also really liked the chick they had for Huntress too.
I'll
Why
look
can't I
to
think
see.
of her?
Oh, is it Amy
Fred.
Acker?
Yes, Amy Acker. Fred
Oh.
from Angel.
Yeah.
They had some really fun chemistry.
Angel was a great show.
It was.
I miss that show so much.
So what?
So rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in
Denny
peace,
O'Neil.
Denny
R.I.P.,
O'Neil. I mean, without him, we would never have had the Batman Begins movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his involvement?
Ra's
Ra's
al
al
Ghul.
Ghul.
Ah. Fair.
You're doing great, Will.
I think that beer's going a little to your head already.
No, I thought you were referring to like an involvement he had, like
No,
maybe
no.
jump starting the project, like you should make this movie
No.
or
It
something
was just
like that.
it was just cool.
But it would be a completely different movie without the
would be.
creation of
Ra's al
Ra's al
Ghul,
Ghul,
yeah.
So yeah.
On a lighter note,
On a
what's
lighter note,
next?
Oh God.
we have
is this
one of
gonna be
the
next.
what?
I was like, is this going to be a lighter note? I'm afraid.
No, it is. It's actually I'm actually very hopeful about this.
Okay.
Is we have this fall we're getting the relaunch of Iron Man. The comic. It's going to be written by Christopher Cantwell, who is currently writing the Doctor Doom series. The Doctor Doom series is fantastic. It's really good. Really looking forward to a fresh take on Iron Man because he's talking like a legit back to basics. Like Tony is not going to be using a ton of gadgets. It's literally just going to be his armor and him just fighting villains. It's not going to be him coming up with new gadgets and like virtual reality tech and all this other nonsense.
Is he gonna be
Wasn't
an
that like a
alcoholic again?
God, I hope
I
so.
would be okay with
That'd be
this. I feel like given the
Aren't-
state of the world now, we need more alcoholics.
Aren't
You say as
gonna
you're having a
breeze
beer.
right past that? Aren't you
I
like
mean, like in the
technically?
I mean, like in the sense that, like, you know, if people
We
would
need more
just
truck
like, you know,
drivers?
if people would just kind of, you know, go back to just ignoring their problems.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
Is Yeah.
That's the tugboat taking away this commentary.
I completely lost my
You-
train of thought on
you've
that one.
Disarmed Will.
No,
Oh,
I
you
mean really,
completely
like
got me
I mean
on
for
that
example, like Homer Simpson. Like he's a pretty happy guy.
Oh, I recall the question I was going to say.
There we go.
Aren't you technically always an alcoholic once you are? Like, you're not always drinking, obviously, but you always run the risk
hold
if you
that
ever
thought.
touch it again.
So, original AA, like the original Alcoholics Anonymous Bible, the 12-step and all that is not supposed to be a permanent solution. You are not supposed to live on it. You are not supposed to, like, once you're done, and you're supposed to carry on with your life.
Yeah,
But you're not supposed to touch the stuff again because you
I
could
mean,
fall back in.
Yeah.
You could, but the thing, it's supposed to help you manage your. It's really most supposed to be able to help you manage your habit.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that and I'm also not talking about like. Everything gets so blurred too, like alcoholics and drunks. Like there's some straight up like hardcore drinking drunks, and like, but like if you're just like if you drink a lot, you can be considered an alcoholic. Like doesn't mean you're a drunk or you're like crazy.
Well, I'm looking forward to Iron Man.
Well, no. This is like
that's the thing. I think the difference, like Tony Stark is a drunk. Like Tony drinks until he doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He's a drunk. Whereas, people who drink every day, you can consider them an alcoholic, but that doesn't mean they drink to get drunk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, Tony was an
Tony's
alcoholic.
he's a drunk.
Well, they have said he was an alcoholic. I mean,
Yes,
I don't
but I
think they
think,
say
like,
just
drunk
interject,
just because-
Jeremy.
I'm waiting.
Oh my
I'll wait
God.
for my turn.
No,
There is no turn. You just go in.
want to say that like that man can pose for a cover though. Like this one on the wall with him sweating bullets, staring at that bottle of Jack.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
There's so many iconic like
Yeah.
Yeah.
On again, off the wagon kind of
Well-
Tony Stark covers, and
I was actually going to ask, like, have we ever actually seen Tony Stark at an AA meeting? Because I feel like that
Yeah.
make for riveting, like, comic reading.
No, like not like in the sense of like not. I don't know if we've ever really seen him go to an AA meeting like while he was on the sauce.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I know like they've shown him at AA meetings like with Carol Danvers.
Okay.
Was Carol Danvers also drunk, or was she like
Yes.
running the meeting?
Still is.
Oh.
She's still a drunk.
She's still an alcoholic. They reference it in Kelly Thompson's Captain America run.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a whole issue where she's like, the U.S. government goes against her because of the Kree nonsense, and she's like, God, I could really use a drink. And, like, it's throughout the whole book.
we should have never had to sit through any of that if Rogue just killed her.
Oh.
No, straight up, I'm with Jeremy on this. Rogue should have just killed her.
Wow.
Like honestly, I think Carol Danvers is probably of all the characters that they could like be focusing on, she's one of the weakest. Like just from a comic book standpoint.
Well,
From a comic book standpoint, I
mean,
agree.
I feel like
I
they all failed
just-
for the most part. It's just like one after another of just meh.
I just don't find Carol. I don't find Carol interesting. I think
No.
Carol's like one of those characters that's kind of like. I mean, she's basically just. She's like one of the Wonder Bread Avengers characters. Like, it's just so like
I
bland.
respect Marvel admitting through the books that Civil War II was a mistake.
Oh, God.
Because
Oh, yeah.
throughout the Avengers book, she is constantly like, I really messed up, man. Like, that was all my fault.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the whole time, and it was just so weird because the book in itself, like what Bendis did for the writing of that book, was just so
Awful?
He did Civil War II, too?
Yeah.
As well?
Well, no,
No, he didn't
Mark
do
Millar
one.
did Civil War 1.
Oh, okay.
But Civil War 2, the writing was just inconsistent. Like they literally contradicted things that happened like the issue before. Like Carol like straight up lies on the stand in front of a court of law because they're like, "Oh, so, Bruce Banner when they killed him, he was clearly about to rage out and hurt everybody." She goes, "Oh yeah, no, he came at us." And he was just standing there like, "Why is everybody at my house?"
Why's everybody
And
here?
they just shoot him right through. They weren't there for that, Steven.
First of all, Caleb started it.
I didn't say a word.
Exactly. That was your problem.
But no, like that's the thing. It's like, and they completely neglect. Like they also lie about like how the heroes are using the precog, because it's basically what it was. It was just Minority Report with superheroes, and what happens is they go off on this thing like, oh yeah, no, the precog's predicting that this is going to happen with Thanos, and by going there to try and stop Thanos, Carol got She-Hulk put in a coma and got her then boyfriend Jim Rhodes blown in half by Thanos.
He was paralyzed.
And who?
Did he actually die?
He died.
Yeah, he died.
Oh shit! I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
He
no,
gets brought
Thanos
back by Tony
obliterated him.
Stark as a clone.
Oh dear
This is
God.
this is to kind of bring the conversation back into Iron Man. Are they still like clone robots, like
That's
him
like
and
the whole-
Rhodey?
The
or
whole story right
what's
now
the deal
is
with
like
that?
Tony Stark is like running around and like, oh, that's right, he is a drunk again. He is a drunk because the whole lead into Iron Man 2020, the event that's going on right now, was that Tony was like, I'm not really Tony. I'm a clone of Tony, and I'm just fabricated memories of the real Tony Stark. So he leaves, and like his brother takes over the company, and the last thing you see of Tony is Tony just chilling in a bar drinking himself silly because he's like, I'm a
He's
clone.
like, I'm not real.
I'm
Yeah.
not a person.
I
But,
feel
like-
like this is the one time that you needed Natasha to come back and be like, dude, get your shit together.
Wasn't he like banging Janet again? Wasn't that the thing?
That
or
was
was
the
that like
thing
a
that was
Yeah.
kind of happening.
Also,
Yeah.
they messed up because they should have called his ass Cloney. Right? Like, that's a, you missed the perfect.
That's
opportunity.
probably
they
what he's gonna
might.
get
They
called
might
back
call him
now.
out there because I know, like, because for a while, remember they had the clone Thor running around during Civil War. They
Yeah.
called him Clor,
Yep.
and then there was the Red Hulk fiasco where he was just called Rolk.
The fandom will take it.
Nah,
The
something
fandom will take
happen.
it that way. You started the,
best
movement.
Here's the
cloning.
one thing: as much as I hate the new Nova character, Sam Alexander, because I don't like that book. I don't think it's written well. The best thing from that book that ever happened was they finally gave Beta Ray Bill a nickname,
Which was what?
Thorsey.
That's pretty good.
That's kind of cute.
That's awesome.
I kind of want to like
I was
look
like,
at him
okay.
and go,
Dorsey.
come here,
Thorsey.
Thorsey.
Like
Yeah.
that was probably like the best thing that ever come
Sweet.
out of that book.
Sui.
That's all I can think of.
That's for pigs, man.
Same
Well,
thing.
I mean,
It's not. How is a horse and a pig the same thing? Didn't you ever have that little thing that had that spun around and told you the different noises?
No, we were poor.
No, we were poor. We just went to real farms. I just like pulled on the animals' tails till they made noises.
Oh my god! Ow. What's our next topic?
yeah. What's next?
Wait, time out.
On
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Just to go back to Carol real quick.
Oh god.
What happened to the black costume?
That was a costume that was controlled and given to her by
A Kree. Right?
what is the thing that was trying to kill the Inhumans with No More Inhumans or Death of the Inhumans?
I didn't.
I thought that was just-
Vogs? Vogs?
yeah,
Wasn't it
something
just
like that.
Maximus? in
No, well, it's not
disguise?
Maximus.
No,
It was
Maximus-
something else.
was a.
But it was
hero.
that thing that was trying to kill the Inhumans and Death of Inhumans. And he apparently was working for the Kree. So he thought, let's fuck with Carol. So
Yep.
that's where the black suit came from. He wasn't controlling her, but he was watching everything she was doing through that black suit.
And then that suit became a symbiote, and they called it.
No, that was just symbiote.
No, you're thinking of Ms. Marvel.
You're thinking of
No, I'm
Mary-
doing a bit, but I couldn't
Oh.
think of a name for the symbiote.
Well, that's
I'm
what I
sorry,
was
failed
thinking
bit.
about.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
it's all
she
good.
she ripped
Everybody
it
gets a
off.
black suit at some point.
It was a cool costume. I liked it.
Also, I mean, why is it? What is this like trend? Like, and this even with the evil male heroes now. Like when they go for that arc where they're just like all of a sudden dark and edgy. Like, why does everyone have their mascara running? Like
Because no one, first of all,
That's how you show evil.
first of
Yeah,
all, that
like,
is how you show evil.
Okay.
Second, they are busy superheroes. They do not have time to be looking through eye makeup to see what's waterproof and what's not. And third, the non-waterproof is normally cheaper.
I'm just saying, like,
Everybody knows
it's
all
checked all
evil
those
people have a giant
Yeah.
black mascara circle around
Like
each
raccoon
eye.
eyes.
It's because they're so sad.
They're dark.
so how are we gonna tell if Rocket Raccoon goes bad?
He's
His
gonna
will turn
wear white
white.
eyeliner. Or he's gonna wear
Oh,
white
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Start listening to
He
emo
is
music.
wearing white.
white eyeliner or mascara.
Well, he's wearing a white suit.
It'll go black.
What's next?
What?
Maybe I guess his tail will just puff out.
Like a cat.
He'll just have like a puffed
That's all
out tail the
evil.
entire time.
I love this. This is a great. What the hell's
What?
next?
Yeah. We're a half hour in and we got to one
Was
thing.
that it?
Two things. We got two
Yeah, we
things.
got two things.
Oh, right,
The,
yeah.
The
Yeah,
death
two
of,
things.
of what's his
Of death.
face.
Denny
Listen,
O'Neil.
Listen, Mr. Rushy. Wow. Really?
And we were worried about penis coloring books during that
yeah,
conversation.
And the bindings.
You broke Jeremy.
It's okay. We don't use that mic very often. If Jeremy spits coffee all over it, it's just his mic from now on.
As Caleb just gets like half a shower of coffee.
I feel like at that point it's like it's all on him. No pun intended.
But up bum.
No. So next up, we have. Speaking of Brian Michael Bendis, he's creating a new Superman villain this fall.
Oh boy.
He's the antithesis of everything that Superman stands for. Which, I mean, isn't that like every Superman villain?
Wasn't that what was his name? Rogol Zar?
Yeah, or
The new
Bizarro,
villain, he-
or Lex Luthor,
To
or Lobo.
to quote Willow from Buffy, bored now. Bendis has nothing to say.
No.
He's done.
He's
I'm gonna go make
from
home.
what
Oh,
I
wait,
understand.
hold on. Wait, I haven't got to the best part. You want to know what the guy's name is?
What?
Sinmar.
Oh,
Hell
for
yeah.
fuck's sake.
He goes against the Lord.
He goes against the
He's
Lord.
just like, I'm like, really? Like, Sin? That's the best you got?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, but like, yeah, he's debuting this fall. He's like the representation of an entire race that the DC universe doesn't even know exists because they're from the far, far reaches of the DC universe.
yeah.
I don't know.
Bendis, from what I understand and what I've read of Bendis' stuff, he is so much better with street level heroes.
Well,
I gotta say.
How did he do on the X-Men, Jeremy?
Ooh, yeah, tell us.
The X-Men are like street level though, kind of.
I don't know, man. I still have very unfond memories of the all new X-Men when we decided to bring the original class to the present.
Well, I just picked all that up today, so I haven't read that, and I don't know. I feel like I haven't read enough of his stuff like consecutively. I've read like single issues and whatnot, which it's fun then, but you know, I guess you start putting.
I
it
just
together and
remember there
it's-
being an issue where, I forgot what exactly was going on, but Maria Hill's involved, and she's talking to Cyclops, and like a bunch of people are like trying to attack the mutants, and Cyclops gives some speech, and Maria Hill, who is a character created by Brian Michael Bendis, so it astounds me that he doesn't know how to write his own character.
That's Bendis?
Yeah,
Maria Hill?
He created Maria Hill.
I did not
Secret
know.
War.
Oh.
The Nick Fury Secret War with the Gabriel Delato art.
Wow.
But he, so after Cyclops gives his little speech, now mind you, this is, 2015 when this came out. So Maria Hill's rebuttal to that was, wow, Scott Summers just dropped the mic like an 8 Mile. I was like, really? That was your most hip pop culture response to this?
Mom spaghetti.
I was
Mom
like,
spaghetti.
It
I'm
was a
like-
good time.
it's 2015, man. Like that was your line that you used.
Probably been holding on to that one for a long.
He
ass
probably was like,
He was
Since
waiting
the movie
for it.
came out.
yeah. Drop the mic like it was 8 Mile. That was what Maria Hill says to Scott Summers.
Were her-
During what now?
Uncanny X-Men.
all I need to know is were her knees weak, arms
Were her arms heavy?
heavy. Like it really boggles my mind. Like I need to know.
First of
I
all,
wish I
It
was
was one
there.
of the Irving issues of Uncanny X-Men, and because they were Scott Summers makes some speech because of all the people trying to attack the mutants, and that's Maria Hill's response. he just dropped. Scott Summers just dropped the mic like it was 8 Mile.
Hell yeah.
What year did this come out?
2015.
Damn. I'm trying to think of
Relevant.
what was happening in X.
I don't even think it was that long ago.
That's the
Oh,
that's the movie about Eminem, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's-
Very good, Will.
Oh, that's right. That
Very
movie came out
good.
before you were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even fight
Sure.
that.
I think it actually came out like in 2001, but
That was when my brother was born.
I
Yeah,
never.
'cause
I
I was like 18 when it came out, so it would have been like 2000.
that back when MTV thought they could make movies. With that being said, I still love Save the Last Dance. I will
I
be
think
that
MTV
person.
lost all credibility after the Janet Jackson incident.
What are you
Cheddar
talking
Bob.
about?
Are you talking about the Super Bowl
Yeah, the
where
Super
Justin
Bowl.
Yeah,
Timberlake like
that
flashed-
was a Super Bowl, man. That was not on MTV.
Yeah, but like no, it wasn't on MTV. But that was when MTV like lost all their like credibility for like doing like big shows like that.
Oh
because-
yeah,
And also like I don't think they had any movies come out for a while because all the studios were like
I don't think they still have movies coming out.
probably not.
They
But
also
they did have Teen Mom, right?
They do have all the. That's all MTV is pretty much. Ironically, the music television channel
It's
is
gone.
just a reality TV show channel
well,
now.
it's cheaper to run
The,
reality.
the
TV.
worst thing they have ever done is Honey Boo Boo.
That was not MTV. That was
I was
TLC.
gonna say,
Was that
they did
TLC?
That
yeah,
was
that was
TLC.
that
I
was
thought it was MTV.
Dance Moms,
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
it?
No,
Yeah,
it
you
was
were-
not Dance Moms. It was the pageant.
They
bullshit.
did that because
The
of
pageant,
her
yeah,
failed
pageant
rap
queen.
career, so then they started the Honey Boo Boo show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a whole album
They
about
give
pooping.
all
I could have
the-
sworn it was MTV.
No.
They give them all like rap careers. If they binge out, they did it to Cash Me Outside Girl. They did it to the one
Oh.
girl that.
Yo, remember when that was a thing?
Cash Me Outside.
Cash
I
Me
remember
Outside.
that.
You know what though? Without Honey Boo Boo, we would have never had South Park's episode with
Oh.
Fatty Doo Doo, which was
Amazing.
I've never seen that.
oh god, it is.
It's so
I'll have to
good.
check it out. All right, cool.
Oh god, they also did Jersey Shore.
What was our topic again?
Damn. Iron Man.
Fatty.
No,
Doo-Doo.
Superman villain.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Superman.
Superman.
See, I'm all the way
Oh,
back.
because
Yeah.
we got on the topic of Bendis and
Bendis
Not
and
having
all his
anything to
stuff.
say.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Weirdly
Yeah, I don't
enough,
think so. I
with-
think his prime is over.
With Jeremy, just spending an absurd amount of money on X-Men, I can't wait till you get to Battle of the Atom.
Yes, because I have not read any of that yet.
Only because I will tell you, it's good. It's enjoyable. And then everything after it, Bendis just, everything you liked about Battle of the Atom, he just takes a dump right on. So it's like he poops on his own story.
You see, you sit there and you keep using this word for a lot of things like that
What?
that aren't very good. You keep using the word readable. A stop sign is readable.
Exactly.
Like I mean, so what's your ceiling here or floor for what's readable or not? Like as long as the words are legible.
most of Ann Nesenti is unreadable.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there.
Daredevil's pretty good.
I said most.
Oh.
Her Catwoman.
Oh, is that fighting words, Jeremy? That sounds like
No, it's not really fighting words, but there's Nascenti stuff that I like.
No, that's why I said most of. I say that waiting for my first Typhoid Mary book to come in.
Well, okay, so this is what I have to say about that.
Tell me your words.
So I didn't read comics for like 10 years. I just came back into it I think late 2018. And I was reading a lot of X-Men before that. So I was coming off of like Messiah Wars, Complex,
so
Necrosha, like all that great stuff. So when I came back into it, I just had no idea what was going on, and everybody just blamed Bendis for that. So I steered clear of a lot of Bendis stuff, and now that I'm like kind of through collecting a lot of like the mainline series, it's like I'm doing all those offshoots. So all new X-Men and the astonishing stuff. Like I've read some of that, but not a lot of it. So I don't know. I feel like I've pieced a lot together over the last like year and a half or so of what's going on, and it's actually got me a little excited to read his stuff now, just to see how much I'm really not gonna like it.
I mean, look, I didn't really overall like the Bendis X-Men stuff, but I think there were moments of it that were good.
Well,
I think that
just like
the
there's
fact
moments of Hickman that are good,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
there's a lot that unreadable.
Unreadable.
but no,
Upside down stop sign.
But the I mean, back to the whole thing about this new Superman villain. I mean, my big thing with this is like, how much are we dropping on villains right now? Like, we just had the year of the
can still read it.
villains,
Oh,
like,
God.
which still isn't done, and I mean that's going to be going through Dark Knight metal, death metal fiasco, like, so yeah. You know,
Is that
How
your new,
dark we can go.
Is that your new sound effect that you can physically do yourself? Like we
Oh.
had War of the Realms, and now we have like
Oh yeah.
angry Archie Bunker that doesn't open his mouth when he talks.
death metal.
That was in my ear,
Yeah.
really
That
loud.
was pretty rough.
No, but
Archie
the
Bunker.
I know all I could think is Edith. I was like, and I didn't want to do it in the microphone.
No, I wanted you
So,
to.
no, because then the levels are all jacked up.
Oh,
Kai-
I have the theme song stuck in my head now.
Bro,
Kyle and I are gonna go as Archie and Edith for Halloween this
please
year.
do it.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Can I come as the piano?
Fuck yes.
No, I'm just kidding. You'd have to be old as hell to get that reference. Did you
I-
get that?
I love all of the family.
For years, I thought Archie Bunker was my grandfather. My aunt would turn it on the television and be like, "Yep, your grandfather's on the television."
I mean, for Will to get that
amazing.
joke, his dad was 5 when that show was
That
out.
show's old as hell. That's how you know. I mean, you can hear the dust in my
My
throat.
dad
so
is-
You know I'm old too.
My
bro.
dad is like 66.
I was gonna say, if his dad's 66, then yeah, he's fine. He would have watched
You
Archie.
watched it.
You know, that's why I said his
Or all
dad
the
was like
family.
5 when that show was on.
But in going
the
back
hell?
to,
Yeah.
to Superman, I think in general, just today, creating new characters is such a huge risk. Because, like,
I think it's just such
everything has to be so established now for people to be like, oh, I want to see this. And you have to do it right. And they have to have cool names.
Like Punchline?
Yeah, well, see, I was gonna bring
Punchline.
that up because they hit weird gold with Punchline. You know, in death metal, you have the Batman who's a T-Rex. You know, now you have like it's,
Well, they're just leaning heavily into this whole.
oh my
whole
God,
idea.
Jeremy was broken.
He's just left. Jeremy just got up and left
If
the
it
room.
makes
It's
you
over.
feel better, Wonder Woman calls out Batman T-Rex on not being a Batman. Just spoiler. He's looking for it now. But no, like
I don't
that
know anything about DC.
that first death metal book is
I do
full
like
of
dinosaurs, though.
you do like dinosaurs.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, and again, the only reason why there's the T-Rex is because you remember when the original Dark Knight Metal book was coming out? When Dark Knight's Metal was coming out, I think issue 1 or 2 had a variant cover with Batman riding a T-Rex.
Yes, but this is a Batman.
I
from-
understand, but
okay.
it's just this whole thing that kind of spun from that variant cover. Just Batman T-Rex, and now it's just okay.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I think like creating, like you said, creating new characters as such, it's very risky now, and just from the standpoint of like,
if you're gonna do it to progress the story.
Yes.
yeah, we don't just create be like, oh hey, we're gonna tell a story, and I'm gonna make this new character,
Oh.
and like you don't really need to set out to make a new character. I mean, just tell a story.
You know
and
what I
and
think?
if you happen to
Yes, I would love to know what you think.
Devil Dinosaur would whoop that ass.
Can I see the pic real quick?
yeah, Devil Dinosaur definitely. But
Oh,
don't forget,
yeah.
Devil Dinosaur's also got Moon Boy with him.
Isn't it Moon Girl?
Yeah, Moon Girl.
Well, it is.
No. It was
it's
Moon Boy.
Oh, I did not know.
It was
that.
originally
I didn't know
Moon
that
Boy and
either.
Devil Dinosaur.
Straight up, no clue.
Yeah.
The
sorry.
more you know. Doo-doo-doo.
And those characters, I think, those were Kirby.
Jack Kirby is currently rolling
creation.
over in his grave.
Damn, sorry.
There's a lot of that happening on these podcasts.
I mean, I don't even understand why they call her Moon Girl. Like, is it just because they gave her Devil Dinosaur?
Probably.
Like, it
I
doesn't
don't
really
know.
make
well,
sense.
You
It
read
could
it.
be.
You liked it.
I don't think there's any like reason for the name. Maybe it's because her name is Lunella. Like,
Luna.
Maybe, I
So-
guess, like that would make sense. But it's just like I was like, what happened to Moon Boy?
He did.
yeah, I don't know if he's like officially dead. Like that happens in like the first issue, I believe, where like Devil Dinosaur gets kind of like ejected into the future as they're like running away from some like crazy cavemen, and I'm pretty sure he
You know-
gets like beaten to death by the other
Oh
cavemen.
God.
You know what was like
Oh,
a really
dear.
cool? The best one was you read all the Secret Wars stuff, right, Jeremy? Like the Hickman Secret Wars.
No,
Oh,
I've
they
read again some of it. Like the things that I like,
they had a
like Inferno, that I
No,
just bought like 3 weeks ago.
they actually had a miniseries.
I like the end of that.
They had a miniseries where it was Steve Rogers and Devil Dinosaur.
Really?
And it's just Steve Rogers and Devil Dinosaur going across the continent of Secret Wars.
Okay, well that I'm interested
It's
in.
awesome. It
Um,
was awesome.
Didn't Did Battle World come out around that? Too?
Yeah, that's all the
Yeah.
Battle World stuff.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
some
read
of
I
Very
read
good.
some of that too.
Yeah.
All the Ghost Racers. Fucking awful.
Oh, that reminds me. We have a Robbie Reyes poster for you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I
what a jackass.
think they're just throwing stuff at the wall at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly,
Again, like-
the comic book industry, as we know it, has been around for so long. And DC more than Marvel, it's so obvious that they are so out of ideas that they're just letting anyone
again,
throw
here's my
anything
thing,
at the
like,
wall.
Here's the thing: you have someone like Bendis come on to take over Superman, right? Now, usually when you have a caliber,
Bendis is coming. Remember that?
yeah.
The big
Everywhere.
white wall
Oh my
behind
God.
Superman. Bendis
Yeah.
is coming.
Our literal joke for that was "Bend over is coming." The thing is,
I think they knew what they were doing when they made that.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
then shortly after, they like put new ads out.
Well, so my thing is that you have a writer of that caliber taking over Superman, right? And I feel like, yeah, you want to let him like have the freedom to do what he wants because he's a high caliber writer, and you're expecting a lot of great things from him, and so on and so forth. But my thing with this becomes, I feel like you should have some stipulations too. You should be able to go into this and be like, look, we kind of want to revitalize the Superman mythos. So, let's go down the entire line of Superman's rogues gallery. We've got, not only do we have like Kryptonian characters like Zod, but we've got Metallo, Toyman,
Parasite.
Silver Banshee.
Silver Banshee,
Livewire.
Livewire. Hell, there could have been like a great Livewire story.
Yeah.
But there's just, and honestly, they did all that in the 2 years of Rebirth with Dan Jurgens and Peter
Yeah.
Tomasi. We had great versions
Oh
of these
God,
characters.
Eradicator coming back.
Eradicator. Oh,
Fucking love me some Eradicator.
Eradicator was great. I got real worried there at the beginning of Eradicator though when they reintroduced Eradicator in the Tomasi run because he absorbed Crypto and I got real
you were
worried.
so
I was
salty
so
about that.
mad. I was like, if they
this-
killed Crypto, I'm just never reading
That's
Superman
it.
again.
It's over.
He's my favorite Superman character. He's
Crypto?
Crypto is the only Superman character that you can't hate.
Crypto.
Like straight up, what does Crypto do besides be an awesome, loyal companion?
I watched that show as a kid.
Crypto the Super Dog.
Crypto.
Totally did too.
super
Dude, and some of the only issues of Superman that have ever made me cry are Crypto issues.
Hell yeah.
Like there's an issue that Kurt Busiek writes. Oh my, actually, you know what? Kurt Busiek usually writes like issues that make me cry.
Did you see the
But,
Superman
like-
Batman movie where Supergirl shows up and like Crypto and Ace are there and
Yeah.
I think Crypto's barking at Supergirl?
Yeah, but he writes this Crypto issue where it's Crypto. It's like an epilogue to Infinite Crisis. So the whole issue is Crypto looking for Connor Kent and remembering all the times they had together.
Oh.
And he actually goes and he actually goes to the Kent farm and steals the manhole cover that Connor would use to play fetch with him, like as a frisbee. And he goes and flies to the moon and just like cuddles up with it on the moon
Oh.
because he's sad that Connor's gone. He doesn't know where Connor is.
Oh.
He's just like Connor's gone
Where's Connor?
because Connor he gets killed in Infinite Crisis.
Okay, well I know nothing about DC, so
And he gets killed in Infinite Crisis for stupid reasons. Because the Siegel and Schuster families were trying to sue DC for, like, copyright infringement because of, like, not paying their great-grandfathers enough money for the rights. So they were going to take the rights, so they were going to take everything that was Clark becoming Superman, so they wouldn't be able to use any Superboy stuff. So they had to kill Superboy while the lawsuit was going on, just in case they lost the lawsuit.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, it was
What Superboy was this?
Connor Kent.
Oh.
That's why Connor was dead for however many years.
No, it
And
was
they
that little kid, John. They just got his head just clean off by Zod. Just as
They might as well. I mean, they just
Gruesomely.
like Ben just hyper-aged him for no reason. He's like, I don't like writing kids. He's 16 now. What?
they'll
That's not how
do
this
that.
works.
They'll just whatever.
are we still on the topic of new characters?
New characters.
We're talking about Iron Man, right?
No, we're talking about Superman's new villain, Sinmar. And again, it just seems forced. And why are we having to make a whole big thing about introducing a new villain when
I think
you've
that's the
literally
stupid part. nobody leaves anything a surprise anymore.
No.
Just
Yeah.
let it come. But you know what it is? It's just to move books.
Yeah.
It
So
is,
how
but-
many variants can we
But
sell of this?
how
and-
much more would
Speaking
you...
from a recovering variant buyer,
Yeah. Oh God.
you were rough.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, like, how much more would you sell
All
if you
them
didn't
absolute
know it was
carnages
coming?
that are worth nothing.
I missed that, Jeremy.
Like, how much more would sell if they didn't know it was coming?
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
I mean, look at, for example, one of the hardest issues of Final Crisis to find is
Thank you.
issue 6.
Oh.
Because that's when Darkseid killed Batman. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like,
Yes, hello. Time for our first commercial. Have you ever been thirsty but never had a church key to get into the house of beer? Well, now you can! Pastor's Church Keys. Brought to you by October Country Comics.
What the fuck was that? I loved it.
Oh.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
oh, you didn't ask me if I wanted another one.
I went like this, and
Oh,
he
well,
was the only gentleman here.
No.
No.
Yeah, he skipped
Can't
everybody.
say it and
I
not
got
drink.
some, I got
You
some.
gotta have the sip and the full. Okay?
Do you not have any more?
No, I just have tears, and now I'm gonna be a villain because I wore mascara.
Oh my God,
And
you're-
it's gonna leak.
You're so dark.
And
You're so
you
evil.
can't say things about me being dark. Wrong climate. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to punch you in the throat.
Yeah. No, hold on. I'll be back.
So yeah, I don't know. You know, I feel like every new book that's coming out is like, whether it's a new character that they're trying to peddle to everybody or whatever. I feel like I know everything about the book before it even comes out. So it's like, why am I even buying the book then? It just leaves some things a surprise.
Yeah.
Just some things.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to know when I'm going to go pick up a book. I don't want to know that the character's getting killed off.
Oh, you mean the death of blankety blank? Like
no.
the whole Death of Hawkman miniseries? Oh boy, I wonder how it's gonna
Well, no,
end.
but
Or
that-
all
well, that was-
13
that's-
issues of Guardians of the Galaxy where Rocket was going to die and then it never fucking happened.
Well, no, but again, like, I think, like, one of those things is, like that notwithstanding, like, if it's a story arc or it's, like, a miniseries, like, with the title like that, that's fine, like, because, it's, you know, it's either going to happen or it's not going to happen, one of the two. But, I think, like, when you don't know it's coming initially, and, like, or, for example, let's just think of, like, one of my, actually, yeah, it was,
Uh-oh.
was it my first year owning the store? Or no, it was right before.
Give me a hint.
It
Tell
was
me the event.
Batman 50. That was my first. That was.
No, you did not own the store at that point.
Was it?
You owned.
Did we own the store yet? Did me own the store
I
yet?
think you did. Yes. No, you did. When they
no, I
proposed.
didn't. No, I didn't because I think Mike was on
Tried.
vacation.
Tried.
Yeah, I remember seeing him at the event.
I don't remember. Either way, the point of the matter is, okay, Batman, the whole build up to the first year of Tom King's run on Batman was he proposes to Catwoman. They're going to get married. The whole thing is like building up. This is issue 50. It was a big anniversary issue. And everyone was excited. Everyone was like, the wedding, they showed the cover. It was her in her wedding dress and her and Batman getting married. And then what happened? The Sunday before it released, USA Today turns around, or no, New York Times.
New York Times.
New York Times in the Sunday paper. Wedding falls through. Batman left at the altar. I was like, are you serious right now?
And on the Lord's Day.
Oh God.
On crossword day.
You're the worst. I literally, I heard that happened and literally deactivated all of my social media. I was
Dude.
not going to be told, like, if he was being left, I needed to know the minute I read it.
No,
I didn't need anything else.
And the thing is that what happened with that was
Awful.
well, everyone had midnight releases planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had people here cancel the book and say we don't want it Because New York Times, not only did they spoil the... Now, granted, it was an ending that people were going to... Now, again, just from a retailer standpoint, and also, again, DC screwing retailers, because DC told New York Times what was happening, and okayed them to publish it. You had stores who got exclusive covers for this. Thousands and thousands of copies of this book pre-ordered. Midnight parties? They had photos online from the city. Midtown Comics should have been looked like freaking New York Times on New Year's
Time
Eve.
Central or not,
Times Square.
Times Square.
Yeah. So
Between both of us, we could figure out.
yeah,
these
we'll
fucking
figure it out.
words.
No, but that's the
Jesus.
thing. That should have been almost like on par with the death of Superman, and there was nobody. Midnight parties were just non-existent.
Ours wasn't that strong.
No,
I was there though.
I was
Yeah.
there.
We sold what?
I think you were there, Jeremy.
For what?
Batman 50th? Were you
No.
just there to be there?
No, he wasn't here for that.
And Caleb hated us at that point, so.
The last time I was here for midnight was Avengers versus X-Men.
I wasn't even here for that.
Yeah,
That
mine was
that was
X-Men.
2012.
Nobody told me I was going to be so sorely disappointed in that.
Avengers vs. X-Men?
No, X-Men.
Oh.
But no, that's just one of those things, and I don't understand why we have to spoil things like that, especially big things.
I know.
You know, I'm even willing to let it go the day of. If the article came out Wednesday,
I'm not.
at least most people aren't tuning into that right away. There's still a chance for there would have been the midnights and maybe the first morning comic buyers. You know, but you literally tanked the sales. DC had no choice but to accept full returnability, even on the exclusive covers.
Good.
You know, I have a weird theory that if they actually went through with the wedding, you might not have had as many cancellations.
No, I think if the
If it wasn't just a big all for nothing, I think you still would have. Don't get me wrong. New York Times, that was all a dick move. Yeah. But I think if they actually went through the wedding and it wasn't a big hype up for nothing, which is what it was, you wouldn't have had as many cancellations.
The interesting thing, because talking to Tom King shortly after that, at Baltimore Comic-Con, not only was this poor man defeated from having to answer all these questions about this, you could tell that in his original issue, they were going to get married.
Yeah,
That whole
doubt.
issue 50, was nothing but editorial interference. Just talking with him, I got the strong vibe that this is not what he wanted to do.
I mean, even so, here's the thing. I mean, look, I'm okay. I'm even okay with the fact that they didn't get married.
I'm not.
I got ripped off.
But here's the thing, though. I almost feel like I actually feel like someone who went to a wedding where someone got left at the altar. I went out. I rented a tux. I drove all the way out to this destination wedding. I got all excited, sat there for 4 hours, only to find out that a bridesmaid's walking down the aisle with a note saying,
Sorry about
can't
it.
be here. And I'm like, oh. And now I kind of know what that feels like. I've never actually had experienced that in real life, and I
Thankfully.
kind of feel like that's what
That's a good thing.
that's what I feel like. I spent all this money, and
You didn't even get to make it to open
the
bar.
bitch didn't even show up.
I mean, normally I'm the bride in this moment, so I guess.
So I'm
what
like, all
goes
right,
around
you know, I
comes
mean,
around.
I guess if DC wanted to make people feel like, yeah, this is what it's really like when people leave you at the altar. I'm like, all right, I can see how that might work.
I'm sure it was them just being like, no, he cannot be married.
That's literally what it was.
No.
But yeah, no, I think new characters and just the way that they kind of spoil the stuff and try to hype everything up is just kind of silly and just crazy ridiculous.
Yeah, at this point, throw it into don't hype up the release because now it definitely seems like a cash grab. Just throw him in, see how he does sales-wise.
That's
and
Marvel's
it.
go-to, is just hype the hell out of everything, and it's all so bad.
Yeah, but you know what though? Sometimes they... Yeah, but except sometimes they hype the hell out of something and it's good. For example, Spider-Gwen.
I didn't actually read
The original Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, but even
yes.
the debut of the character, they hyped the hell out of that. and that character's just snowballed
Yeah, it was fun.
and just kind of got bigger and bigger.
Remember the time that they hyped the hell out of X-Men? And then we got like a picnic at the Summers family residence.
Oh, where Cable's asking if he can have permission
Get out.
to trade guns with
Get out.
Raza.
Get out.
Raza.
Get out.
And he's calling Jean mom, and she's not even his mother.
That's what I can't wait for. Like,
man.
in all honesty, Hellions better have like a moment with Baby Cable where Madeline's like, "What the fuck is this? This isn't my kid."
Oh, in all
just-
honesty, now that real Cable is back, old man Cable is back, I hope he crushes that skull real quick. Just gets rid of that dude.
Oh well.
What an
Anyway,
awful
so for
character.
like we were
Spoilers.
saying, like we're talking about cash grabs though, for like hyping up something for an event or even telling people before it even happens. So we're all familiar with the what happened to Nightwing, right? Rick Grayson got shot in the head, lost his
Indeed.
memories.
Is this your segue to the next topic?
Yes, it is.
It actually all
That was beautiful.
It flows
Wasn't
into
it, though?
flows into everything that we're talking because now we can't even. It's tanked so hard that we can't even just organically let Dick Grayson get his memories back.
Shocker.
The big announcement was this week was Joker War. Dick Grayson returns, and I'm like, well, he's kind of been here the whole
Hold
time.
on.
Yeah, he never
Hold-
left.
No. It makes perfect sense though, because now there's no one in DC editorial that wants to kill Dick Grayson for no reason.
That's
That's
right.
fair.
That's right.
So
No
without
Dan
Dan
DiDio.
DiDio, we don't have to worry about Dick dying for no good fucking reason.
Dan did dumbass.
Dan did dumbass. No,
Dan-
you are not saying what you want to.
Dan did dipshit.
Go on. No. Say
No,
it.
I'm fine. I don't,
No, say
you don't
it.
even know how I was gonna
Start
say
with
I
it.
C.
do.
You
I
don't.
do.
What,
Yes, I
what
do.
am I gonna say?
Nope.
Steve?
Go ahead and say it.
No, what am I gonna call?
Man,
it?
it's really easy to do that. Dan did. No.
No,
I'm
wait.
done.
So the thing is, again, all these instances where Dan DiDio had this just mad on to kill Dick Grayson. In Infinite Crisis, he just gets his head smashed with a rock, and it becomes like you see.
They
the
were
panel.
going to.
There's a close-up panel of Dick's head smashed open with his blood everywhere, and you want to know how they brought him back? You want to know how they just undid it? He turns around and there's just like this character off panel with a speech bubble. He's breathing.
That was the
And
best thing I've ever heard out of DC, honestly.
His mouth is agape. His eyes are wide. He's just, and they're like, he's breathing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure in that panel he's not.
Well, from what I understand, they were going to do that originally, but somebody stopped it. They were like, no,
Well,
so they added
then you
that
had
in later.
Forever
no, they-
Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever Evil got super delayed because again they killed Dick Grayson. They had
They really just.
they had the funeral issue drawn for Teen Titans. The artist put the whole book up online because they didn't. I think they only got paid for half of it because they canceled the book. They had to rewrite the last issue of Nightwing. They had to redraw the last issue of Forever Evil, which David Finch was drawing it, so you knew it was going
It
to take
took forever anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Love
it
love
already
him.
took forever, and then you added another 3 months on because he had to redraw it, and it was like, why? Why do you hate this character so much? And then Dan DiDio was like, oh, I know how we're finally gonna do it. We're gonna get rid of his memories. We're gonna call him Rick, and he's not even gonna be want to be Nightwing. And then like, they were like, but we still have a book, and people are still buying it. Why?
Which is the
we don't
magical
know.
factor about all of this.
It's just it's the Dick Grayson diehards, man. They don't want to let Dan Dio win.
Well, now they don't
Well,
have
because I mean, from what I understand, his whole and DC editorial's main thing was Nightwing. No matter how you look at him, he kind of just ages Batman. So in order to avoid that, they
Alright.
want to get rid of Dick Grayson as much as possible because now Dick Grayson's like what in his like late 20s, early 30s. So Batman can only be so young. So to keep Batman young, you got to get Dick Grayson out of the picture. So then,
Well, that was the thing, but you see, and that was the misstep they tried to do with New 52. New 52, they tried to sit there and go, "Oh, the whole DC universe only takes place in 5 years,"
What?
and like,
And
so
how?
so every Robin was only
a
Robin
lot
for
of shit.
about a year.
That's awesome.
That was how they.
well, no,
explained it.
because they got 5 years taken away from them, so it's been 10.
no,
If that was if that's still a
No, no,
thing.
Time out. What happened to Dick's head?
You know.
he got shot in the head by KG Beast.
Okay.
Oh, what a lame way to go out, too.
Right.
And for no reason at all. Like, he's just, like, there was no build up to this.
No.
He's just hanging out with Batman.
With Blab.
With Blatman. With Batman and Commissioner Gordon on a rooftop. And they're talking about something. And then Dick just gets shot in the head.
And Batman's like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. They actually kind of, Tom King ends it with a reason.
Tom King was writing that book?
Yeah. He was writing Batman at that time. The Dick gets shot in the head.
Did that happen in
Yes,
Batman?
it did.
Oh,
It happened after the wedding because it was like you had the whole trial with Victor Freeze and like Bruce almost kills Victor.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like
That's when
Batman's dark now and he's angry and like Alfred calls up Nightwing to be like, "Hey, come and be a lighthearted character." And then you find out that like KGB Beast was ordered to do it by Bane because it's another way that Bane is going to break the bat.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair...
I already did it
guess-
physically.
I guess,
do it
like,
mentally.
in that sense, then, like, we should have had his memories come back during, like, City of Bane.
He's not in City of Bane.
I know, but that's my point. Like, he should have had his memories come back during City of Bane.
It's my wife calling.
I hope so.
Come on, home,
And,
baby.
Are you guys? Oh my god, I know who I hope it is.
I mean, I'm sure
it
there's only
Nightwing?
one person that knows we're still in the store by now, so...
It's Dick's head.
It's Dan DiDio, he heard me.
Yo, he's pissed right now.
Yeah, no, but again, like, it's again, that whole idea of, like, let's spoil, like, a big thing that we're going to do just to get more readers on board. Like, how are we going to get more readers to buy the Joker War? Oh, we're going to tell them Nightwing's back.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess he's not even really getting his memories back initially in Batman or Nightwing. Because
Is
that's
that
how they're going
happening
to make
in Batgirl?
That's how they're going to make Batgirl's book relevant, because she's the reason why Dick gets his memories back. And I was like,
Does he look at her and go, "My love"?
I don't know. This is everything they tell you in the article, and I'm like, why are you telling me all this? Can't I just read it?
We have to make Batgirl relevant again, and being a Batgirl lover,
It's like
I get
How
it.
does be an adult? Can we call him Richard?
you can call him Dickie.
His name
Ricardo.
is Richard.
Ricardo.
Wasn't that...
He calls
Didn't his-
himself Rick.
Didn't his grandma call him that in the 60s Adam West show?
He
I
had a
watched that.
grandmother?
His
Wait,
name is
wait,
Richard.
Or
Hold
he
on.
had an aunt. He had an
Hold
aunt
on.
in that show.
Hold on.
What?
I'm going off topic. He had a grandmother and or aunt, and the government still, first of all, they let him go live with this strange rich man.
Well, she lived with them. He had an aunt that they invented for the show. She was there. It was like Aunt
and where did
Berta
she
or
live?
something.
She lived
She lived
at
in
Wayne
the
Manor?
Yeah, she
I
lived with
thought
them.
that she was just like...
Okay, because
Wait, no,
here's
was
my
she related to
problems with
Grayson?
this.
Yeah, she was his like aunt or grandma or
Was it
something.
his
Hold on.
nanny?
No, I thought she was just like... I thought she was basically essentially like Bruce's maid, and they just called her like Aunt whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure she was his something. Aunt Harriet.
Okay,
Aunt
oh,
Harriet.
okay, all right. Was it actually Dick's aunt?
If I remember correctly.
So this
yes.
bitch let
Richard's aunt.
this bitch let Bruce flip the bill for her friggin' nephew. She's a genius.
Here's the thing to me. Here's the problem with me and Nightwing. Can I say?
Well, here,
Say your word. No, you say your
word.
I just want to say one thing. No, Steve, you see what happened? What happened was
What
with
happened?
that was like she just made sure. She goes, wait, hold on a second here. Just so we're clear, you're gonna take care of him. He's still gonna be legally under my custody. I still get the
That's
checks,
that lady from
right?
Harry Potter.
Like you're a billionaire,
Looks like the lady
so
from Harry Potter.
I get the checks, right? And you're still gonna let me live here for free? And he was like, yeah. She goes, okay, cool, yeah. And Bruce was like, it's okay that I let him get shot at, right? She goes, yeah, that's fine, as long as I get the checks.
She was actually a comic book character. I was incorrect. She was not invented for the show. However, she is the maternal aunt of Bruce Wayne's ward, Dick Grayson. So she is his biological...
What a bitch.
Although in the comics, I'm sure she doesn't live in the manor, but I'm pretty sure, because I watched all of it, all of the 66 Batman, she did live with them in the manor.
She's
they were always
garbage.
like, she didn't know that they were Batman and
'Cause
Robin.
she
They had to
didn't
be like,
care.
oh, we're going to the basement to go play golf. I don't know. And they just run away. And she'd be like, oh, those silly boys.
Hole in one!
All right.
Oh my God!
Anyway,
hold on.
what's your problem with
Hold on.
Nightwing, Caleb?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
You know
I
what? It's gonna take us in a different direction. So
Oh no,
Do
no,
it.
go right ahead.
do it.
I'm just gonna simplify it. My problem with Nightwing has always been
That ass.
No, that ass. No, the problem for me with Nightwing is it always makes me think about eating chicken. You know, because okay, look, I'm a biggin, right? And you see the name Nightwing, and I think eating chicken wings in the evening. And to me, that's not great because I'm trying to watch my weight. And so when I think of Nightwing, I think, no. And I should grab lettuce. And so that's why I don't pick up the book because I'm watching my weight. And the longer that I can live, the more comics I can read, which technically is better from the industry. So it's good for everyone.
See, I'm
I'm gonna give that a clap. I respect that. That's a good
Nightwing
one.
is Batwing.
That's a good one. That's a good
Waiting.
one. That's a good one. I gotta be right back. Hold on. You can keep going.
Okay. What were you saying, Jeremy?
Oh, and the
Jesus.
whole the waiting thing, the game that they play in the restaurant with the Batwing and whatnot, and Dane Cook. Has anybody seen that?
No.
but now I
Oh,
wanna
and
know.
waiting, yeah, Batwing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what I
yeah,
think of
yeah.
every time I hear Nightwing. I'm just like, Batwing.
Yo, that's so much worse.
For
than that.
everyone out there, we're not explaining what this actually is.
Nah,
I'd
that's what
like to
Google's
know.
for.
No, I will
Google.
tell you later.
Google it.
All I can tell you
Also,
is,
look up. Never mind.
is
What was I looking at, Jeremy?
who was it? It
we
was
talk about that later.
who's the actor?
Man.
The Spanish actor.
Louis.
Antonio Banderas.
No,
Ricardo Montalban?
Louis season and everything. I
Oh.
can't remember his name.
Can I
he
buy
was
a
in
vowel?
Community. He's the one they built the statue of. Luis Guzman.
Yes.
Yes. All I can tell you
He
is
is in
it's
everything.
in the movie Waiting with Dane Cook and Ryan Reynolds, and Luis Guzman is
I've seen
is telling
enough of
him-
that.
Justin Long. Come on.
and Justin Long, yes, and Justin Long.
I saw Kyle showed me something from that movie. I don't think I need to ever watch this movie.
That movie is amazing.
I will never eat out ever
Yeah, no,
again.
it's
yeah,
good.
no,
I haven't seen it
it's
in a long time,
amazing. Watch the movie. You'll understand
Do
what
not watch
Batwing
the
wings.
second one. It is awful.
No, there's
I didn't
no
even know
second.
there was a
second
Ryan, I
one.
don't even think Ryan Reynolds is in that one.
I don't think any of them are.
I think Dane Cook is.
Of course,
Because
he
Dane
is.
Cook kind of just
Needed money.
Has anybody ever seen Slam and Salmon?
Yes,
No.
I did. I watched that.
That is a fantastic.
Yeah, it's
movie.
really good.
Like, if you guys like Super Troopers, definitely watch Slam and Salmon.
And if you're gonna watch, yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
So what's next?
It just those two movies always kind of reminded me.
They're
of one
classics.
So
And then
yeah,
what's
listen.
Netflix, too, while you're at it?
Right now, everybody, support Caleb. Do not buy Nightwing.
I'm
You
sorry,
just
yo.
upped the orders.
Buy Nightwing
Say that.
so that I don't have to. That's what you say.
Buy Nightwing so Caleb doesn't have to.
There it is.
For every issue of Nightwing we sell,
We're gonna give Caleb
We're gonna
a
give
head
Caleb
of
a salad.
lettuce.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I mean, it's what you said. Like you're like you want to. Every time you think Nightwing, you want lettuce. Like I got it.
No, I need to eat the lettuce. Not the
I
chicken
got it.
wings
It's
that
all
you
right.
want.
I think for every issue of Nightwing we sell, we should all eat a salad.
That's beautiful. You know what? Now we're promoting.
Don't
health.
support the wings. Just support the salads. It's awesome.
I love it.
Can I eat good
I love
food?
that
then?
campaign.
I mean, you already do eat good food.
No, I mean like fried food.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
I mean, if we're all doing the
Fried
opposite
salad. We're gonna
Fried
do fried
salad.
salad.
I like it.
Oh,
Fried
God.
Oh, like a bloomin' onion.
Oh,
Oh, damn, no, that's good. Except, yeah, but greasy.
but greasy.
You eat a whole blooming onion on your own. You just.
So
want a God
another
special.
so
The
another
Orlando
big
Blooming
thing.
Onion.
The thing Jeremy's been waiting to talk about this
Oh,
entire
God.
evening.
I don't even want to
So
talk about
we-
it now.
we
Like, I'm in a good mood now. Like,
We have a big X-Men event coming up this fall called
Say it.
10 of Swords. It's with the Roman numeral X.
they're gonna give out free
So-
packs of playing cards, aren't they?
No, I want free swords.
No,
You
it's
get a
not-
sword.
No,
You get a
playing
sword.
cards is with 3 Jokers. That's coming out with
Yeah.
3 Jokers. Every issue of 3 Jokers gets a playing card.
Is that still happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 Jokers
Oh,
starts in
wow.
August.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and with every issue, you get a playing card.
I'm shocked they finally figured out what to do with that.
They didn't. It's an Elseworld story.
They announced it back in
Enjoy.
2017.
They did, and
It's
that's
only-
why it took so long to come out, because they had no idea what they were going to do. They were like, oh, we don't have a plan. It sounds dope, but, like, I don't know what they're going to do.
Who knows? But no, the yeah. So 10 of Swords is the event we have going on for X-Men. It's going to have 2 prologue issues, and then 22 parts throughout all of the X titles for a 24-part event.
Which is fine if you're reading all the X titles.
I'm not down for this, am I?
The fuck you're not.
You're down for most of it. Are you just
Yeah?
Because the thing is, it's,
Well, you're good to me.
Well,
You're
the thing
you
is,
sure you want it?
well, no, but like no, I mean,
I'll give it to
this
you.
is my serious question for people. Like the thing is like, so this event's gonna run through all the X books. So part 1's gonna be an X-Men, part 2's gonna be an Excalibur. Like, I don't know the actual like what
He's
parts are gonna
making
be.
things up.
Like I'm just running through it, but it's gonna happen in all the titles. So
Okay, so
Are
I have
you
a
re-
million extras to buy because I remember getting sucked into Absolute Carnage the same time as House and Powers.
Yeah, you did.
yeah, but you see the difference is it's different. It's like House and Powers, where you actually have to read them consecutively.
Oh, and they still
Like,
don't make
Ab-
sense.
Oh, shit.
Absolute
I
Carnage.
wrote this
went
with a
there.
crayon.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not getting endorsed by Jonathan Hickman.
It's
anytime
okay.
not
Jonathan Hickman, Scott Snyder.
We're not getting endorsed by anybody.
DC.
We like Grant Morrison. You can endorse us, Grant.
We
we'd
can
love
be endorsed
that.
by Valiant. We haven't done anything. We have done
We
no
have
wrong
been
to them.
endorsed by Valiant.
We
Matt
have.
Klein was on the show.
I know that's the only comic company that's ever gonna come here now.
That's perfect.
What about Matt Rosenberg? Can we get him here?
We've tried. We tried to
About
bribe
his-
him with
his-
Yoo-Hoo.
his
I have
awesome
tried
X-Men
to
run?
bribe him too.
He's a big fan of Glass Yoo-Hoo. And I promised him, like, I met him at Comic-Con. I said, hey, man, like, if you come do, if you come and do, like, a signing at the store, I will give you as many cold glass Yoo-Hoos that you want. He was like,
I also promised not to abduct him.
Sir, please.
that might have been the part where we, like, lost him. He's like, wait. He said he wouldn't abduct me, but if I go there, he's going to have every opportunity to abduct. I don't know. Are they going to drug my Yoo-Hoo?
I would really love.
PSA, we are not going to drug your
Oh my
Yoo-Hoo
God, no!
We will drug.
ever.
I just love you
drug
as a
people.
They
writer.
take care of people here.
Yeah.
Not in that weird
You know,
sense.
when we're not, you know, yeah, no, we take care of our customers and the talent here, and like Caleb said, not in that weird sense.
No, yeah, we tried to get him from New York Comic Con last year.
Yeah, no, I mean he. You
I
know,
also had no energy. Like, Devon was so disappointed when I met him because I
like-
was just dead, and
I
I'm like,
really thought,
I
like-
really love you. I have more things for you to sign. Could you just sign this one though? Because I don't have the energy to go get the other 400 things I brought.
I literally sat there. I thought it was gonna be like one of those moments where I was just gonna have Steve like. Now I just want to preface this with like one of Steve's running jokes, and again, no pun intended when I say the rest of this. His running joke is that he doesn't run.
That is a true
For
sentence.
anybody.
I didn't run
So-
from my gym teacher.
So
But how
my
much do you
thing
think
was
I'm
like
gonna run for you?
my fear when we went to New York Comic Con was I thought I was gonna sit there and like turn around for like 5 seconds and just see Steve running through a crowd of people with a man slung over his shoulder and be like just yelling at me, "We gotta go! Get the plane ready, Jock! Get it ready!"
He's never coming here.
Not anymore.
We're
Glass
gonna.
Yoo-Hoo.
In
We're
my
gonna have to,
defense,
like,
hold
we're gonna
on,
have to
hold on.
hashtag. We're gonna have to tag him in this.
No,
so he
no.
knows to
Well,
listen to
Mr.
it.
Rosenberg, I did love your uncanny run if you're listening.
When
Hold-
you're
hold
promoting
on.
this on the October Country Twitter,
in
just
my
tag him.
defense,
Yeah, no.
I
over
only
again.
refer to people on this podcast, like creative-wise, that I like by referring to them as one of my husbands. I have referred to Matthew Rosenberg as one of my husbands. So
I'm sure he'd be honored.
I'm sure there's a reason why he's never gonna sign here.
Matthew, come
no,
on the
there's
show,
a difference.
Matt.
His wife won't let him come here.
That's true. No, but dude, and no, Jeremy, you're right, man. Matt,
So good.
his run on Uncanny X-Men is probably
Punisher.
the best.
In the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, 100%. That book had everything, and you know what? That book had the best return of Wolverine ever. It was he shows up, he saves Cyclops from getting killed by Reavers, and he's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yo," he's like, "Scott, Logan."
No,
Good talk.
it's Logan Slim.
Oh, Slim, yeah.
Good
he's
talk.
He's like, we got
Good
work
talk.
to do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're back?
Cool.
I'm back.
No,
Cool, let's go.
I don't know. I feel like that
was a
book
good-
just like really
it was a good
got
book.
unfairly treated
Yeah.
by a lot of people for some reason. Everybody told me like, "Oh, I like my X-Men alive." It's like
I
like
can
my
have
X-Men
them
when
dead.
when I have to,
Feel.
I'm excited to know what's going on. Like what's
Yeah,
going on
give me
next?
a good story.
And
and
that's
it's
what that
like-
was.
And it was like every issue
Everything
I
he
couldn't wait
touches.
to grab it, and like right now it's just.
And it's even his prequel issues, the New Mutants mini.
Yep,
Dead
Dead
Souls
Souls
was
was great.
brilliant.
Yep.
Then you had him taking over Astonishing, which was really good, where it's Dazzler, Havoc,
Yep.
and I forget who else was on the team.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it's all this really good stuff, and then they finally gave him Uncanny.
Wait. No, hold on a second.
What?
He was in New Mutants, right?
Yes, he was.
No, I thought that was Breeson.
Nope, that was him. Breeson
Which-
did X-Force.
Okay.
Dead Souls was...
Was it Rosenberg?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Because at that point, I was saying he was king of the miniseries.
Yeah, okay.
Because you had that, you had Tales of Suspense that he did.
And was Rosenberg the one who did the Multiple Man?
Yes.
Or was that Breeson?
No, he did Multiple Man.
Okay. I thought one of the minis was written by Breeson, but well, in any case, yeah, no, his run. The only issue that Rosenberg wrote for Uncanny X-Men that I thought was like a little like I wanted more from it was the death of Wolfsbane.
Oh, see, I was fine with that. Wait,
That's issue 17, and apparently there's a giant issue about
there
that.
is.
Well, my
Which
thing,
we talked
my
about,
thing was it was
actually,
just
at one
all done
point.
like it was just like, and I guess maybe it was because he was kind of he was
so
winding down.
angry.
He was kind of running out of issues because they all knew when their runs were ending.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was just he just kind of knew, and like you couldn't like that needed another issue. That needed a dedicated issue of
It needed another
witnessing.
like 3 or 4. Like it just ended so abruptly.
Well,
Like
not
it was
even
like
like-
all this
Yeah.
cool stuff happened, and then just like
Well, not even, like,
everybody's
not even
back
that
from
part, but, like- but, like, that-
Utopia world or wherever the hell they were.
Well,
The-
that
no, but-
whole...
On Big Island Planet.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. I got
That
drugged
is the
into.
one thing that man made me feel a lot in that issue. Little me was like, "Oh yay, Jean and Scott are kissing! Hooray!" Adult me was like, "The fuck is this?" I was so angry.
Well, because we also had because X-Men Red was all about Jean don't need no man,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the minute she sees Scott, it was like
Come here, Slim.
Scott, Gene, Scott,
Scott!
Gene. You ever see? Isn't
Dr.
that like
Scott.
a YouTube video?
That's,
like
it's
just
the
a
Honest
compilation.
trailer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's the honest trailer. The like Jean and Scott shouting their names.
Scott, Gene.
Ah!
The Gene-gasms.
You know, in the long run, though, I think with that entire series, it's
tried.
like you knew something good was gonna happen, and you knew somebody was
Yeah.
gonna die, and it just made me want more. And it's like
Yeah.
right now, it's like okay, nobody ever really dies, like, and it's just not fun anymore.
Oh yeah, like no one dies. Like there's literally not a character in that book that can die now.
Except for the only character that I like.
Say it.
Kitty Pryde.
Kitty. Is Katie coming back? Other than this
This weird...
stupid ass
yeah.
Excalibur story that Steve loves, and I do
I
not like.
enjoy the
she in
Excalibur
that
book.
I haven't told you.
I don't know. She's in
I'm
Marauder.
dropping it.
They're bringing her back in Excalibur.
No, but Jamie does some stuff and alters reality some more. So
All right,
Betsy,
all right,
yeah.
all right. Spoilers. This is the new issue of Excalibur. If you haven't read it yet.
I read.
Don't worry, you're not missing anything.
I enjoyed it.
There goes Teenie Howard.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, Teenie Howard's got her own thing going on. She's gonna be writing Vampire the Masquerade. It's fine.
Can't wait. Well, she's co-writing it.
It doesn't matter.
I just don't understand. I feel like that's the hardest book to read out of all of them right now.
Really?
Excalibur.
Yeah.
New Mutants is normally the one I hate.
I am only reading X-Men.
Only
See,
every
I-
other issue.
I wonder if maybe.
See,
I'm just
you and
running
I
to
are
Magic.
so.
I am like I'm just on to New Mutants now. I like everything that's happening.
It
like,
took me a minute.
even Hickman's stuff.
It's still
Like
taking
he's
me.
using one crayon this time, just one color crayon, so I can understand everything that's going
Ah yes, thank you.
on.
I can't.
You mean he's not just, he's just not just taking all the colors of the crayons and just scribbling them all together and going, look, it's blurple.
Well,
yeah,
wait,
you remember
well,
those pens back in the day?
Yes!
That had the multiple colors where you
Oh
press it?
yeah.
Okay,
That's I was that
I
kid
have
that was
them.
always like, let me smash
I
everyone
was
down at the
Yeah.
same time.
I was just, I don't think there's a
And
kid
that's where
alive
House and Powers
who
came
never
from.
tried to push all of them down at the same time.
You ever see those ones where you like draw one color and then you take another marker and you switch the color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that. Yeah.
I remember those commercials on TV.
Excuse me.
That was back when there was like commercials on television.
There still
Oh,
are
yeah.
commercials on television. They suck.
No one
terrible.
watches regular television.
And the
They watch
volume
TV.
either-
I have
down
not
or
watched
I-
cable television in
Yeah, I gave up on it.
probably like a decade.
I tend to DVR still.
I divorced cable in the year of our Lord, 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
It could be the heathen in me, but what's special about 2008?
This is the year I got married.
Oh, I'm really happy that I wouldn't.
That was
have-
also
So what's your?
the housing market.
Yes, it
The
was.
crash.
Yeah.
That I
Jobs, you
knew.
couldn't get a job. Those
Congrats.
were fun.
You
Oh,
know,
like
12 years too late.
Yeah.
And she's a peach.
well, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, being a married man myself, I mean, when you get married, you divorce everything besides your wife.
Honestly, she came into my life and making me leave cable was the best decision.
I'm gonna tell her that when I
She's
see
gonna
her.
listen to this. She's
I
gonna be
had
like,
so much
"Hey, I
more
wanna-"
money in my pocket.
To buy comic books with.
Actually, I did
you know
start
what's
buying
funny?
comic books again that year. That's true.
I came into the store today and I bought like $270 worth of comic books. You know why? Because I'm not married.
Yeah, let's keep it up.
Yay!
No, it's a sad existence.
You
Really.
know what? Hold on. So, hold on. Wait. Stop. I want to point out something. Okay. You see, you say that like, oh, I spent all this money on comic books because I'm not married. My wife let me buy a freaking comic book store.
Okay.
So you know what?
Oh yeah.
I win.
He's married to the art.
You're married to the capitalism of it.
Really?
I don't know.
Damn.
I ran out of things to say 6 issues ago.
Oh, funny. Just like Hickman's
Ah!
X-Men.
You're welcome.
Doing it.
So, yeah, X of Swords, 10 of Swords.
I'm getting all the books anyway. The thing that made me happy, I'm actually not going to say that.
You know what? I've invested this far, and I feel like if I stop,
You're going to
I'm
be.
gonna miss something.
You're,
And that's what they wanted to do to me from issue number 1. You got me, Marvel.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and
That's where I'm
sinker.
at too.
I just kind of feel like at this point it's
I
like,
can't really do it.
Not reading Empire,
Thank
though.
you.
Damn it.
you well, luckily for you, you don't have
Thank
to.
you.
You're welcome.
are you reading Avengers?
No, he is not reading Avengers.
I just wanted to read the Ghost Rider issues. That was it.
Okay.
No, that's all you cared about.
I'm gonna read Ghost
Avengers or Revengers?
Avengers.
Okay.
There's no book with the Avengers. It's
No,
not a
they're-
thing.
they're
No,
not anymore.
I thought you said. I heard you say it weird, but yeah, no. I like the Avengers stuff that's going on right
The
now.
Avenger book's good. The Moon Knight story was cool. But yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, 10 of Swords is going to be the event for.
It's going to be the Oprah Winfrey of sword giving. You
I-
get a
everyone-
sword.
yeah,
You get a
no.
sword.
It's. I mean,
Are all
it's,
24 of those issues coming out in 1 month?
No.
God, I
Thank
hope
God.
not.
No.
Or
Oh,
do you
They're
want
gonna
that?
come
Is
out-
that what you desire?
No, that is not what I
How many
desire.
titles? How
I
many
can't
titles are
handle
there?
that.
20.
No, how many titles?
I don't know what. Is Children of the Atom counting?
think so.
I don't think it is. Because I thought when I looked, I didn't see it. I was happy I didn't have to buy that book.
I'm gonna be careful.
Um,
I'm gonna be real careful.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering how this is going to play out.
because I know
I-
X Factors. Yeah, X
When's that
Factors in
out?
it.
I've been super excited for
I
that.
have two, and I don't
Although
know.
it is kind of a weird team.
Yeah, but I love Leah Williams. She's my girl.
Yeah, I just don't understand the design for Dakin. Like, why does he look like a Kuma?
Let it happen.
Like, he looks like a Kuma with knives on his hand.
I like it. It works for me.
I haven't seen it, but
I'll show it to you
I like
later.
that. Excuse me.
After the podcast is over.
I'm not sure I want to see it then.
He's going to show you the comic book, Caleb.
Oh,
the
pervert.
comic book.
All right, cool. It's getting late. Don't you understand? At 9:13, I turned into a horny pumpkin. A pervy pumpkin.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, the last, X of Swords, 10 of Swords. I'm going to say X of Swords because it's an X on the cover. It says X.
It's 10.
X of
You
Swords.
were going to call it
X.
House or whatever.
I mean,
It's House and Powers of X, okay?
You were calling it 10 for a little
No,
bit.
I was not.
For a
I
little,
never
you
called it
did.
Powers of 10. Ever.
I'm gonna
okay?
cut in all the
But-
times on the podcast. He said
Uh-huh.
House of 10. House of
Insert.
No, I never said it on the podcast.
If you
I
can send me
never
those, I'll
called it
make
that
a remix
ridiculous
of
title.
music.
You two kept insisting. But no, it's
I love this story.
yeah. So it's the big X-Men crossover. If you're down for some X-Men, if you're down for all X-Men,
And Free Comic
it's
Book Day
X-Men for all
starts it, right?
seasons. Huh?
Free Comic Book Day starts it all, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because it's the X-Men book for Free Comic Book Day.
At least there is an X-Men book for Comic Book Day. We still don't know what's in it.
I thought it was
But in any
I'm
case,
pretty sure it's
Right?
yeah, because they
speaking
said they
of
had
Free
to
Comic
release
Book
it.
Day, let's go. The last topic of discussion for today is the fact that they have announced officially Free Comic Book Day this year is going to be a 9-week-long event.
How is that working?
Basically, what's happening from the 15th of July
Thank you.
through the 9th of September, we're going to be releasing a couple of Free Comic Book Days books every week. So, I mean, I'm guessing the idea here is that, you know, we don't want to like try to force a big event when people still really aren't sure about social distancing and everything else related to COVID. And it gets really hot sometimes when you're going through back issues and there's a lot of people around and they're trying to get into back issues.
Yeah.
And no one wants to wear a mask when you're like already like super sweaty and tired. Like that's just horrible. But the idea is that we're probably going to be running a sale every week. And the Free Comic Day books are to draw people in who are interested in those books. I'm hoping that basically, you know, we just put the Marvel and DC stuff at the end of the 2 months, because I feel like everyone's going to come in and be like, hey, we are here for these Marvel and DC freebies, and then they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like they've dispersed it out pretty well. Like, they've broken up all the Free Comic Day books week to week about what's coming out. The list is online. We're going to get most of it.
Yeah, I know what we ordered.
We got a bunch of it.
Yeah.
So we'll have stuff every week, and it's actually gonna be really interesting because also the DC Free Comic Book Day book, which was actually gonna be their first original Free Comic Book Day book in years, is now not happening because the DC Comics Generation Zero that was supposed to lead into the Generations books has been canceled. Like, they're not doing Generations at all now, from what I understand. So that whole book is just, like, kiboshed. And also, no one knows if moving forward DC's ever going to be part of Free Comic Book Day again. Because Free Comic Book Day is something done by Diamond and Diamond affiliates. So if they're not part of it, like...
Great.
Oh god, they're gonna try to make their own Free Comic Book Day.
Probably, it's gonna be like on a different day and a different
It'll be on a
month.
Sunday.
And every
In
book
the
will be $2.
winter.
And every book will be $2.
Just for shipping.
Yeah.
And what'll also happen is they're not even gonna release regular size comics. They're all gonna be that digest form. You remember the Catwoman and the Write Letters to the Justice League book? I think we still have all of them.
You do. Actually, weirdly enough, though, that little sample we sold that weekend, the 3 issues of Under the Moon we had.
The graphic novel, yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
No,
Come on down to October Country Comics for your free comic book during the allotted time of... What was the allotted time again?
it's
nonsense.
July 15th to September 9th.
Indeed. Come down, get your free comics.
Yeah, no, definitely. Free Comic Book Day. I
Different ones every week.
I mean, I guess it's. I mean, what are they gonna? You can't call it Free Comic Book Day.
Free Comic
Free
Book
comic
Day
book month.
Slice.
Free Comic Book Event.
Some free comic book. Get your ass here.
Come,
I don't know.
Come now.
Free Comic Summer Event.
I heard they were calling it Comic-Con. Oh, I like that. We heard that too.
So anyway, I guess that about wraps up this podcast.
That's
We're good.
That
I mean-
there, unfortunately, we're sad to leave you, but like all good things, must come to an end. And now anybody can listen anywhere on the preferred podcast streaming service of their choice.
Spotify, Google.
Spotify, Google, Apple. Thanks to
yeah.
Anchor. Thank you very much for being our
Anchor,
lovely
yeah.
distributing service.
I have no idea how to listen to a podcast.
Right?
I'm old.
No,
We do
no,
YouTube
I do it
too.
on YouTube.
We're also
I do
on
it all the
YouTube
time on
still.
YouTube.
We are still on YouTube.
How
We have a
sad is
YouTube
that?
channel. Subscribe. Ring the
Subscribe
bell.
for more than just the
I'm not even
podcast.
a
We're coming up with new show ideas.
We will eventually. One of the things that we have talked about doing is me and Steven
Patrick, what?
have talked about doing a review of the Coffin Comics sorry, no, Chaos Comics universe, the original Chaos Comics.
And then bleeding into Coffin.
And then going into Coffin, because the Dynamite stuff doesn't exist.
But thank you for listening.
Thank you for
everybody.
listening. This is Devon.
Will.
Sailor Mars.
Gabriel giggles.
I'm not doing it.
That's why I don't
All
give
right.
my name.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.